Hello guys, it's me, Liam. I'm alive. I'm not dead. Despite what some comments said. There was one saying I got rushed to hospital. That made me laugh. But anyway, this video is Apex Legends tips. This game is possibly one of my favourite games I've ever played. I love it. It's just so much fun. So the first tip, let's just get straight into it, is about how to optimize your drop. So basically what you want to do is you want to point down until you hit 145 speed, which you can see on the left, and then point up again and glide from to around 130, 135, and then obviously point down again, go 145, and obviously do the same thing over and over again. Now this should help with, you know, making sure you get as far as possible. Also, as Mirage, you can throw a clone of yourself, which can distract people. And one final thing is, if you hold control as you land, you do a long slide like that. The next tip is to do with movement in the game. Now, basically, you want to optimize how fast you're moving around the map. To do this, what you need to do is slide as much as possible. So sprint for a few seconds, and then slide for a few seconds. If you're going downhill, obviously, sliding is probably faster. But this is one of the best ways to make sure you move around fast. Obviously, put your gun away as well with 3, and it's pretty quick to get out again just by scrolling the mouse wheel. The next useful bit of information is your ability to see exactly what your squad have equipped. So if you press tab, you can see on the left that there's the different slots, so the backpack, the chest, the helmet, and you can actually see what they need, and so you can go and ping it for them. Another thing you can do is click the squad button here, and it will show you obviously information about them, and you have the ability to mute pings and mute communications. And one more thing with that screen is, if you go to the legends on the far right, you can look at your abilities. This next tip is about inventory management in Apex Legends, which is a huge part of the game. So basically, you don't want to be stocked up on too many syringes and too many shield cells. I'd say shield cells are better than syringes, but I generally try and keep 6 or more if I've got space, but you don't actually need that many. You're always going to need more ammo than you think, or at least I always do. You can also ping for ammo from the inventory system by middle mouse clicking on either icon. You can also do this with attachments for the weapons themselves. So just middle mouse click and it will request it to your team, and they'll ignore you, but it's worth a try. This next tip is about melees. So there's 3 different melees in the game, as far as I know. You've got the jumping kick, which is sick. You also have a slide and uppercut, and then you just have the normal melee. Melee's cool, it's good useful on down players. It does a lot of damage, especially when someone steals your finish. And then you can also destroy doors. That's another little tidbit for you. This is really useful because you know, if someone traps you in a room with you know, cool sticks, drop, you know, poison bombs, or loot boxes, you can basically just smash it out the way and destroy the door as well. So you're never actually trapped. This next one may be not useful for everyone, but as Wraith you can actually use the I don't know, the interdimensional travel whilst putting a portal down. So basically, you know, you can, you know, teleport behind someone and say, "Sorry, kiddo, it's all over now." Another thing to take note of is, if you hear this noise in game, it's one of these little robots that when you punch them or shoot them, they drop some pretty good gear. Now I definitely didn't struggle to find it. It was easy. It was, but yeah. So you may have to do some, you know, climbing to get to it. But yeah, if you hear the noises it was making, it, you know, drops some pretty good stuff.
Half left.
The next bit of information that's very important is the pinging system. Well, some more information about the pinging system. So what you can do is you can actually press F to just target enemies. So instead of having to mouse click on an enemy and, you know, accidentally saying going here, you can literally just ping, you know, exactly what the information that an enemy's there. And it, you know, you can basically track an enemy and show your team where they're moving with it. So if you sort of spam it a little, obviously don't go too crazy with it. This next tip is about shields. So if you just had a fight with someone and you managed to kill them, basically if they've got the same shield and you take it, it will be fully repaired. So if yours is completely gone, you can go and take an enemy's, and this works with all level shields, so if you take one lower it will still be full, and you know, that way around. This is useful if you need to get back into a fight quickly. You can just pick up, say, a lower tier armor even, just as long as it gets you back in the fight so you can help your teammates and you don't lose the game. Definitely something to consider, but obviously not right for every situation. The final tip of this video, and only for a minute, is the fact that you can use the training area to test out guns and abilities and stuff like that. So this is obviously more useful for newer players. Obviously once you've played a few, you're getting a better feel for the game. But yeah, it's definitely worth trying out and playing around here, testing different, you know, combinations of hero abilities and stuff like that. And yeah, that's it. That's all the tips I have for this video. I'm sure there's so many more out there. Please, if you know any, comment them down below. Let me know what I missed. Let me know, like, all these, you know, like the Wraith one, for instance, is only useful if you play Wraith. Let me know those ones. If you play Pathfinder, you know, just tell me stuff I don't know. But yeah, if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe, you know, all that jazz. Don't, whatever, you do you. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next chapter. Kappa.